So this is the overall workshop agenda. To begin, we would talk about using and creating digital graphs for lessons that are effective. This is important because it helps develop analytical and critical thinking skills in students, because by using digital graphs or charts or tables, students have to be able to not only analyze and be able to understand what is happening within these different charts and graphs and tables, but they also have to be able to relate it to the lesson that is being taught. The next thing we would talk about is sharing work through media. This is very important during this time of technology. So by sharing work through media, students develop the skill of communication as well as creativity. Communication is developed because they find ways to put their information across using media, and creativity is developed because they get to choose what way they want to use the media to convey a message or their information. So different things such as blogs can be used, or websites like Wikipedia can be used to put information up about a project, as well as something as simple as sending an email, because that is something that's so basic but used so much in society today. The third thing that we would be going over is incorporating group work in both the classroom and outside of the classroom. This is so important for developing the skills of collaboration as well as communication. Clearly, collaboration will be used because students will be working together and they have to learn how to work in a group, but communication will also be key because they have to use positive communication skills in order to be effective and be successful in what they are doing. In addition, the encouraging outside of the classroom work also really enhances communication through digital forms, because students will need to communicate when they can't always meet. So something like using email or putting together like a Google Docs. That's some things that students would have to be able to figure out and agree on together. The fourth thing that we would be talking about is allowing students to use different technological tools and resources. This is so important because it helps to instill the skill of creativity within students. By allowing students to have a broad horizon of things that they can do for a presentation, it definitely allows them to put their own unique twist on things and doesn't limit them. So for example, if you want them to have a presentation, you can let them do a poster, but also say that they can use different forms on the computer, like maybe PowerPoint, or if they don't want to do that, they could use something such as Prezi, or they can use the Google PowerPoint version. It really is up to them, and this inspires them to be more creative and have their own unique ideas and spins on presentations. The last thing we would be discussing is how to choose videos to incorporate into lessons, because they must be effective in order to engage the students and to develop the correct critical thinking as well as analytical thinking skills, because by using videos, once again, students will need to not only just watch them, but they have to analyze them to be able to understand what is happening in the video, but then they also have to really think about it and be able to know how this video relates to what is being taught. So maybe make comparisons or contrasts, or maybe even take it back to something that was learned earlier and relate it. It just really depends. But videos can be a very effective way of teaching, especially in this time when different forms of media are so popular. So this is the overall schedule. And this helps to develop all kinds of different skills that should be taught within the classroom.